Oxnard has been slow to fix more than 100 financial mistakes and weaknesses uncovered in previous audits, leaving the city vulnerable to fraud. That was the message delivered in no uncertain terms by independent auditors at a city council meeting on Tuesday. There are myriad reasons why so many problems remain unresolved nearly 2 years after auditors Eadie Chief Finance Officer Jim Troop said the current computer system is 1980s-era software installed in the 1990s. It is so outdated that the staff is temporarily entering data on an Excel spreadsheet until a new system arrives. We're the biggest city in Ventura County, and we're doing stuff on Excel spreadsheet. That's the definition of insanity, Councilman Brian McDonald said. McDonald said he blames the council, not the city staff. "We are not doing our best," he said. "We're doing everything we can to be cheap." Interim city manager Scott Whitney said a new finance system is currently being evaluated and will be brought to the council for approval in a month. More coverage of Oxnard finances. Auditors presented the single audit during the first council meeting since the special election. The single audit is a financial document filed by agencies that receive federal grants. In preparing the single audit, numerous errors on a list of expenditures had to be corrected. "Your financial system couldn't provide a good enough report to give us all of this more easily," said Eden Casareno, a certified public accountant for Eadie. 2 years ago, Eadie auditors couldn't deliver a clean audit due to unavailable information. There were 111 findings, or weaknesses, which were described by financial experts as unprecedented. The revelation led the city to sue its previous auditor on allegations of performing deficient work. That lawsuit has not yet gone to trial. In this latest single audit, 19 findings are documented. About half of them are repeat findings from previous audits. "We should be looking at addressing old findings already," Casareno said. "That's very concerning for us." In total, there are 135 findings from previous audits. Some are serious problems, including lack of an effective general ledger system, unreconciled cash receipts, and inadequate policies and procedures. Of the 135 findings, 30 have been addressed. "We need to have a plan right away to address it. It's costing us money and credibility." Councilwoman Carmen Ramirez. The city had wanted to address all of them this year but will not be able to. Troop said about 60% will be addressed by this summer and the rest will be completed by next year. Another major issue is lack of staff in the finance department. Troop said there is a high turnover rate, partly blamed on employees being overworked and burned out. There are 32 positions in the finance department, the same size as the department in Ventura. However, Ventura has about half the population of Oxnard. "We're working on it. We're just trying to get past these stumbling blocks," Troop said. To correct some of the findings, the city hired consultants to place a value on city infrastructure and properties, something that is needed for a financial audit but was missing. The move led auditors to deliver an unmodified, or clean, audit. But the effort was far from enough. "Having so many issues unresolved is not where the city should be," said Doniker, another Eadie. "You can't measure your budget. You can't recruit good talent if you don't have good systems," Ecker said. "At the end of the day, you're way behind because you don't have technology and you don't have people for open positions. It's not a pretty story." Ecker has met with the state controller's office on the city's progress. "They are not overly impressed," Ecker said. When asked by Councilwoman Carmen Ramirez, auditors said they have found no evidence of fraud or criminal wrongdoings at City Hall, "But you're very vulnerable," Ecker said. You can only look to cities like Compton. A recent state review revealed poor accounting practices and overspending by Compton officials. No one on the Oxnard Council disagreed that new hiring and an updated software system should be in place immediately. I do think we're at an emergency point, Ramirez said. We need to have a plan right away to address it. It's costing us money and credibility. Details of new hirings will likely be hashed out as the city prepares its next budget. The city faces a $7 million budget gap, which Whitney said must be closed by eliminating positions through attrition. Mayor Tim Flynn warned against panic over the single audit, saying the city has made tremendous progress. There are people that are gonna say the single audit is everything. Flynn said, misery, destruction, dishonesty, thievery and all the other hype that is out there, and that's a bunch of Bolshevik storytelling. During public comment period of Tuesday's council meeting, Alicia Purcell, a proponent of the recall election, questioned the timing of the single audit report. The document was prepared in March, but the report wasn't presented until now, after the election. Maybe the council was trying to save their seats and the mayor had been campaigning that, hey, our finances are unicorns and rainbows and we didn't want anything to contradict that, Purcell said. Timing of it is very interesting. Had this report come out at the same time frame as past years, it would have conflicted with the narrative. Assistant City Manager Jesus Nava denied that the report was purposefully delayed due to the election. The mayor and 3 council members survived the recall election on May 1st. Read or share this story. https://www.vcstar.com/story/news/2018/05/09/Oxnard-struggles-fix-financial-mistakes-revealed-audit/5867880002/